Hello everyone, welcome back. Today will be my currently inked for January. I have quite a few pens here. First up we have the Opus 88, and this was reviewed in my last video. This is the Opus 88 Demonstrator. Next we have the Pininfarina PF One. This is from my True Fade monthly box. Here we have the Hero H17A. I talked a bit about this pen in my nib overview video. Here's a Waterman Corinne. And this is a Joya Partinope. This is a Pen Chalet exclusive. This is number 50 of 50. And it's called Into the Night, based on the night sky over the Grand Canyon. Next is a Sailor Pro Gear Slim Shikiori Manyou, or 10,000 Leaves. This is a Waterman's 56. I received this in a pack of parts off of eBay, and it had a few little minor issues, and I was able to restore it and get it back to writing. Next is a PenBBS 535, or Year of the Ox. This is a Pilot Custom 743. This is a soft fine. This is a Majohn T5 piston filler. Very nice pen. And lastly, and leastly, we have the Pineider Avatar UR. And this was also from my True Fade monthly subscription box from a couple months ago. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put these aside, and I'm going to do a writing sample and talk a little bit about each one of them. Today's notebook is a black and red. This is kind of just a professional notebook that I use at work, and I really like the smoothness of the paper. So it's very fountain pen friendly. I don't know the GSMs or anything on this. So let's see, first pinup you've already seen, hopefully, is the Opus 88 Demonstrator. Get my candle out of the way and zoom in. Trying a completely new setup away from the fish tank, so hopefully this works a little better. So first pinup, Opus 88. Straight. Demonstrator. And in here I kept the extra fine Jovo stainless steel, number 6 steel. The ink is Auto Oot. Red Roses. And I had a nice fine flex in here, but I really do prefer the extra fine just a little bit more. So it's smooth. The extra fine does have, of course, a little bit more feedback than the fine flex, but it's excellent in reverse. all in all, this is still a, excellent all-around pen. So I've been really enjoying this. So that's the Opus 88 Demonstrator. There's the nib, feed, and as I stated in my last video, this does not post, but it's not heavy or anything. It's a nice weight to it. Next up, we have the Pininfarina PF One. So that's it's very hard for me with my nubby nails to get a hold of that clip, but it does slide in okay in my pen case. So for some reason, the clip does move around. Pininfarina, a lot of their designs are based on cars. So I'm not sure what car this is takes its design from, but it has a beautiful. I would be honest, I wasn't excited to receive this pen. I actually received the ballpoint by mistake, and so when I sent it back to Touffet, I was like, feel free to send me another pen. You don't have to send me the Pininfarina, but they did. But once I got it and actually wrote with it, it was pretty nice. I must say, it is a nice writer. Pininfarina PF One. They also have an EF2, and usually I get I get fines with my Touffet box, but they sent me a medium, which is fine because this pen writes beautifully. And the ink in here is just the included cartridge. I just kept saying to myself, I know I'm going to be underwhelmed, so I'm not even going to bother to put any extra nice ink in here. I'm just going to put the cartridge. But it is a beautiful writing pen. And that's been one of the good things about the Touffet box. So I've gotten pens that I never would have on my own considered. And this is definitely one of them. Nice blue accents. It is pretty slim, but very nice. Next up, we have the Hero. Let me move my candle out of the way. You see my candle? It's a bowl of Fruity Pebbles. My sister made that. The creative one in the family. Set that down and continue. 3. The Hero H718. And this is a medium 10 karat gold. The ink in here is Diamond Aurora. I don't know if you hear that. It's very feedbacky, but nice at the same time. It's not scratchy, but it does have. It's a pretty, somewhat noisy writer. Does flex some, and just right next to reverse. My one complaint about this pen is it is heavy and it's super slippery. So I don't find it very comfortable to write with for long periods. It just wants to slide out of my hand. So that's the Hero H17. Purchased that on eBay. Next we have the Waterman Corinne. It's a reddish blue, made in France. Very nice pen, very elegant pen. So this is the Waterman Corinne. Waterman Corinne. And this is a fine 18 karat. And the ink in here is Private Reserve. Infinity Violet. I like the Private Reserves. They're very wet ink. See, no issues with this. No line weight variation. It's a pretty firm nib. In reverse, just a little scratchy, but very nice in reverse. Again, there's the. Oh, I didn't say what the nib was. The nib. Oh, I did say the fine 18 karat gold. And there's the nib. Very firm gold nib. Nice pen. Next we have the Joya Partinope Into the Night Penchalet exclusive. And I have number 50 of 50. There's some Grand Canyon inspired graphics there. And that's the Joya top finial. It posts, but only partially. It doesn't post all the way down, but I write with it unposted. It's not a heavy pen, but posted it is pretty back-weighted. Gioia Joya Partenope Penchalet exclusive. It's called Into the Night. This is a fine stainless steel. You can hear this J. Urban Lee to Tay. Somewhat dry ink, or maybe the pen is dry. I'm not sure which, but all in all, I like the combination. There's no issues with it skipping or looking washed out. So this is a very nice pen. A little dry, as I said, but definitely a solid build quality to it. You see the nib, and it's made of ebonite. So a very nice pen. My first purchase from Penchalet. The next pen is the Sailor Pro Gear Slim Shikiori Manyou for 10,000 leaves in a nice metallic green with gold trim. Very nice pen. And this is a medium fine. Let me see if I can get this out right. Sailor Pro Gear Slim. My Virginia accent slipped out there for a second. Shikiori. Manyou for 10,000 leaves. 10,000 leaves. The nib on this one is, as I said, a medium fine. It's a 14 karat. You see the nib. There's the nib. And that's a medium, what they call a medium fine. Didn't come with a converter, so the ink in here is just the included cartridge. And it's black. Come back into focus. And it's black. But a very nice, fine. I wouldn't even call it a medium fine. It's just fine. Just feels fine to me. A very nice fine. Very nice pen. It is small, as you can see, but once you post it, it's pretty nice. So it'll be even nicer once I get maybe some pilot ink in there instead of the cartridge. But that's the Sailor Pro Gear Slim Shikiori. Next up, use another page. So that was number 6. This is number 7. Number 7, as I said, was from my scrap heap. It's the Waterman's 56. And this looks like a broad. I'm not really sure what it is. 14 karat gold. Waterman's Ideal nib. The ink is Waterman Intense Black. So there's the, although this is a 56, it should have a number 6 nib in it. I had a spare number 7, so it fits okay, and I'm using that. It's a little thick for my taste, so I'll just wait around for a proper number 6. In the meantime, this works fine. The cap was cracked and dangling, but I fixed that and shined it up and made sure the sack worked and the lever, and it's back to working. Okay, number 8. Oops, I dripped. Number 8 is the PenBBS. Now this pen was a surprise, a very delightful surprise. This was my first PenBBS. So this is the 535 Year of the Ox. And of course it's a fine stainless steel. The ink in here is Palette de Roshizuku Zero. Nice blue-green. Palette really knows how to do their blue-greens. It does flex a little bit, but then it wants to railroad. This is just a beautiful, beautiful writer. This is one of the best writers that I had, especially at this price point. So there's the Ox. Just a tiny little clip here that you screw on. Sometimes it's kind of hard to get it lined up. And that jewel. some more Year the Ox stuff. And you have the in piston. But very nice pen. Very happy to have that one. 9, we have a good old fashioned Pilot. And this one is running a little low on ink. This is the Pilot Custom 743. And this is a soft fine, 14 karat. And the ink in here is Private Reserve, Infinity Turquoise. No issues with skipping. Just nice shading. Some railroading, but I think that's mostly due to the ink running very low. But it isn't a flex. It's not advertised as a flex. Just a soft. In reverse. So. I forgot to do the reverse in the Watermans. And the Year the Ox. I don't think the Watermans, I think it wrote in reverse. No, it didn't write at all in reverse. The Year the Ox does write in reverse. It writes nicely in reverse. Okay. Number 10 is the Majohn T5. This is their matte black version. Give my left hand some love today. I have this posted. It posts okay. It's the Majohn Moonman T5. And this is another lovely writer. And this is an extra fine stainless steel. The ink in here is Monteverde Rose Noir. It's pretty firm nib, no flex here. But it's a beautiful writing, extra fine. Some little, it's not really line of weight variation, it's more of a shading effect there. In reverse, writes really nice in reverse. It's just a very smooth, extra fine. It's a piston filler with the ink window. Just outside of my Leonardo Momento Magico, this is one of the best extra fine nibs that I have. Excellent pen. And lastly, and very likely leastly, is the Pineider. When I got this pen from my TruePay box, I was excited. I love the looks. It's matte black, has a metallic clip. Very nice, right? Nice clip, nice springy clip. Did I say clip? I meant cap. Magnetic cap. But the writing has been, ugh. So this is an Avatar. It's just so dry. I've tried Pilot ink. I've tried Private Reserve ink. And now I have my last hope, which is Diamond Writer's Blood. So the nib in here is a fine stainless steel. And again, it's Diamond Writer's Blood. You see how dry that is? It's not normal for Diamond to be that dry. But it has improved. It was actually worse than this. I cleaned it with a toothbrush, soap, dried it off really good, ran some brass through the tines, and it's better, but still it's not. I'll work with it some more, but shouldn't have to. They put all the engineering into this pen. You know, they pride themselves on not using any glue and all of that, but the nib is poor. So I have to put down a lot of pressure on this. But it does write nicely in reverse. Much better in reverse than it is in regular non-reverse. So that's the nib. There's a little diamond writer's blood bubbling up there, but I'm going to work with it, put it under a loop and see if there's something going on. But that is the Pineider Avatar UR. And that is the last of my currently inked for the month of January. If you have any questions about any of these pens, feel free to let me know in the comments or on my email. So this is where I'm going to temporarily put the Pineider. It's a little recycling bin / trash can. So this is for pens that need some TLC before they go to the dump. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, everyone take care.